Yeah, hi there. These comments are for NU, and I am Michael from OTC, online TOEFLcourse.com. And when you score 26, 27, or whatever score you get, it's going to be higher than 26. I'm going to miss you. I miss your voice. I like your enthusiasm, how you're positive. I like your emails. You are exactly the embodiment of what it is to be an English language learning student. You are so powerful in your enthusiasm and your motivation. I like how when you start your speaking, you start it with a just powerfully. You really get going and keep up the good work. And I really believe in the not so distant future, you will get the 26 or higher on the speaking section. I believe that in my heart. Okay, so I have the rubrics right here, and in you, I'm listening to it right now. Here we go.
I agree that to protect the health of young children, advertisements for candy and junk food should not be shown on television because such food items can influence young children, which can lead to unhealthy eating and hence obesity. For instance, a couple of weeks back, I read an article in New York Journal which stated that almost 50% of children in United States suffer from obesity, which is all linked to unhealthy food items such as junk food and eating processed foods. So if we avoid showing such advertisements on televisions, it can definitely help in controlling the children from eating such foods, and therefore it can solve the problem of obesity.
Good. So I'm going to put you, let me think about this. I'm going to say 24 to 26 points. There's another student I'm listening to right now quite a bit, YS. You might have seen her and my comments to her at YouTube. You're a little bit below her right now in your speaking. So I think you need to do a little bit more with your delivery and maybe a few language use issues, and that's going to move you slightly higher. All right, let's listen to it
I
one more
agree
time.
that to protect the health of young children, advertisements for candy and junk food should not be shown on television because such food items can influence young children, which can lead to unhealthy eating and hence obesity.
Good. Now, unhealthy things or unhealthy eating, maybe. Let me listen to what you just said there. I like the word hence, though. Hence is a good word to show cause effect
Should
relationship.
not be shown on television because such food items can influence young children, which can lead to unhealthy eating and hence obesity.
Okay, unhealthy eating. I got it. Unhealthy
For
eating.
instance, a couple of weeks back, I read an article in New York Journal which stated that
Okay, one thing I want you to work on is called sentence rhythm. So when you have the auxiliary verb and the main verb, so you have can and then influence, which can influence children's eating habits. So when you have can and then the main verb, put more stress on the main verb. Now, I'm not saying you don't pronounce can. You need to pronounce it, but not with as much stress as the main verb. That can help you. Your sentence rhythm helps you with your tone eventually. And of course, your tone helps you to speak more naturally.
almost 50% of children in United States suffer from obesity, which is all linked to unhealthy food items.
I'm going to say which could be or which can be linked. So I'm not going to say which is all linked to. Because remember, a sedentary lifestyle, children who sit on the couch, they're not moving around a lot, that's also going to be a contributing factor. But so I think the word all is a little too strong with your tone there.
Such as junk food and eating processed foods. So if we avoid showing
Okay, this is the problem. I think you have a language use problem here. Before we listen to it, you're trying to talk about a present, maybe impossible situation, which means use the past tense verbs to do that, and then maybe would. So let's see if you can pull it off.
unhealthy food items such as junk food and eating processed foods.
Okay, here we go.
So
Conditional,
if
conditional.
we
If we,
avoid showing such advertisements
okay, if we weren't, I would say if we weren't showing, so I would say if we weren't or were not showing,
on televisions, it can definitely help
it could definitely help, or no, it would. So if we weren't showing these advertisements, it would definitely decrease the number of obese children here in the United States.
in controlling the children from eating such foods, and therefore it can
And that's why I'm putting you 24 to 26. You had some struggle there trying to talk about a present impossible situation, right? This grammar is high, right? So you couldn't quite say it. A lot of native speakers don't know how to do this type of grammar either, so don't feel bad, but I want you to study this. Real, unreal conditions in English grammar.
solve the problem of obesity.
All right, I got it. So I think that my score is pretty accurate. So that one language use problem with that conditional clause about an unreal condition in the present, that was a problem. You had a few minor problems with either sentence rhythm or maybe your overall pronunciation of a few words in there. So I'm going to say 24 to 26 points out of 30 on this practice test. That's my estimation.